We are broadcasting live from the Watertown Civic Arena. It is Bellevue University and Mayville State University here from the Watertown Civic Arena for a chance to dance with a date with the Trojans of DSU. Got an opportunity. Hopefully we're getting an opportunity to talk with head coach David Moe, but hit the dressing room to talk with his squad, so did not get that chance. But we do have an opportunity for a big one here today between Mayville State and Bellevue. Will the third time be the proverbial charm? Bellevue looking to buck the trend here as Mayville State defeated Bellevue twice earlier on this season, with the most recent matchup between these two squads being down there from the Gordon Lozier Athletic Center. Mayville State with a 77-67 victory there. Got a huge first quarter, outscoring Bellevue 23-7. Jordan's Russ doing her thing with 24 points and 15 rebounds en route to that victory. They're going to need a big performance, Bellevue will, from Aisha Scott, Taylor Dement, and Laura Jurek, as well as Miranda Hennings. They are really good three-point shooters when they're on, and they need to be on here today to battle with this Mayville State squad. Well, we're going to go ahead and kick things over with the player introductions with the Watertown Civic Arena public address right now.
For the Bellevue University Bruins, a guard at 5'8" and a senior, number 0, Aisha Scott. A guard at sophomore, number 20, Ashton Arnold. Starting at a forward, a 5'10" senior, 21, Laura Jurek. At a guard, a 5'11" senior, number 22, Faith Ross. Another guard, a 5'8" senior, number 33, Miranda Hennings. Head coach, Dave Denley. And now the starting lineup for the home team on the scoreboard. Mayville State University. At a guard, a 5'5" junior, number 2, CJ Decker. At a guard, a 5'11" senior, number 3, Aaron Rocker. A guard, a 5'6" sophomore, number 5, Mackenzie Hughes. At a guard, a 5'9" junior, number 10, Jess Mertens. And another guard, a 6' senior, number 23, Jordan Trust. Head coach, Dennis Hunter. Your officials, Mike Goldness, Brady Schwab, and Andy Dumas.
So away we go here from Watertown. Once again, Mayville State winning both of the matchups between these two programs earlier on this season. It's Decker, Walker, Hughes, Mertens, and Zrust for Mayville State, who comes into this one with a record of 21-5 and 12-2 in the North Star. The Bruins at 17-11, 10-4, good buddy, in the NSAA. They send out Scott, Arnold, Jurek, Ross, and Hennings for head coach Dave Denley. And their assistant coach goes by James Benford, but his nickname is Ice. So I tell you what, if Benford's Ice, does that make Coach Denley Maverick? I don't know how that works out, but two really good coaches in this NSAA. For those of you watching on the old YouTubes, there's the chat as well, so hit us up with a couple of notes, and we'll give you some shout-outs on the broadcast today. Bellevue in their road blacks, black tops and black shorts, with gold numbers with Bruins written across the chest in gold, and Mayville State in their home whites, white tops and white shorts trimmed in blue. Mayville State written across the chest, or check that, just Mayville written across the chest in blue with blue numbers as the Comets control the opening tip going from right to left. NSAA Player of the Year, Jordan's Rust inside. Turnaround, looking for some help. And she's got her teammate, that's Walker. She'll drive and dish in the corner for Rust. Takes the three-pointer, she'll miss it short. Rebound taken in the painted area by the Bruins of Bellevue. Again, good crowd here on hand. Standing room for the student section on the near side. Post entry is Mayville State in a zone look defensively and throwing it away. picked off by Mackenzie Hughes, and Hughes will lay it up and in with the left hand as Mayville State, they draw first blood. They lead it 2-0 with 45 seconds gone by here in Watertown. Chance to dance against Dakota State, who defeated Dickinson earlier. In the painted area, this is Ashton Arnold, little floater, that'll fall, and we're tied up at 2s, and Bellevue, they'll bring out a little full court trap here. 82-37 was the final score between Dakota State and Dickinson. Zrust against Hennings, a jab step, pushes off a little bit, teardrop floater, won't go, not this time, and rebound taken by Laura Jurek for Bellevue. Here's the pass that goes right through the hands of Aisha Scott, and a good catch by the youngster there in that first row who's working the towel duty. Mayville State going to get the ball back here in a tie game. 1 minute and 16 seconds gone by. A little token pressure once again in the backcourt from the visitors on the scoreboard. Crossing the timeline, handing off. This is Mackenzie Hughes, and they're going to go ahead and give her an easy layup. It's almost like the lane parted like the Red Sea. Just like that, Mayville State gets a couple of baskets from Hughes on 2 easy layups. Back into the front court comes Aisha Scott. Arnold back outside. This is a three-pointer that'll go up and rims out. Got a good look, did Faith Ross, and the rebound taken by Mayville State. Here comes Walker into the front court, and one thing about Bellevue is when they hit their threes, I mean, they are really tough to beat. Speaking of players hitting easy shots, Jordan Zrust, when she's off to a start like this, giving her easy space in the paint. Mayville State pretty tough to beat too. Head coach Dave Denley immediately takes a timeout, and he says, all right, we got to get back on defense, girls. I mean, we got to go ahead and hustle the ball back on offense. We got to set up our stuff in our attacking half, if you will, and back on defense, we got to get back. I think that's exactly what he's saying to them right now to a certain degree. 6-2 your score, and we'll have continuing coverage with our sideline operator, shall we call him, here today. That's, of course, Cam Corey. He'll visit with one of the head coaches coming out of going into halftime, and then one coming out of halftime as well. 6-2 your score in favor of Mayville State. Into the front court come the Bruins. Ashton Arnold on the arrow decal will work it to the far side. Put the ball on the deck with the right hand is Jurek. Arnold gets it back, looking for Aisha Scott, finds her top of the wheel. Pass inside. Hennings for 3. That one's off the heel, got a good look. Rebound taken by Mackenzie Hughes. Hughes quickly back in transition, has a quick cutter, lay it up and in, and the foul for C.J. Decker. Boy, she got absolutely smoked, but somehow found a way to get that ball up and in. That's strength right there by C.J. Decker. The pride from Howard Lake, Waverly Winstead High School there, the Lakers, and you talk about strength and what have you, actually wrestled before playing basketball. She was 4th in the state in 3rd grade. So there you go, that's strength right there. And the free throw is around and out though. Rebound cleared by Aisha Scott for Bellevue. Bellevue looking to get something quality, you would think, maybe towards the basket, as the threes have not been falling as of yet. Mayville State in a zone. Hennings calling for it. Aisha Scott, turnaround jumper, nope. Rebound taken by Jordan Zrust. Mayville State +6. Zrust one-on-one against Faith Ross. Top of the wheel for Mertens. Drives inside, kicks out for Walker. Shimmy shakes and kicks for Hughes. Nice ball movement once again here from the Comets. Backdoor feed. One more. Looking for Zrust, finding her. And now Jordan drives inside, lost it on the way up. Was she shooting? That's the question. As Faith Ross kind of reached in. We're going to call it on, I think, Faith Ross. And they're going to call it on Jurek, actually. It'll be her first. She was not in the act of shooting. Comets +6. As Hennings will depart, Taylor Dement checking in. NSAA All-Defensive Team player. Got that award last night, did Taylor. Inbounds pass comes into heavy traffic, and Mayville State gets it back in the corner. This is Walker lifting for 3, missed everything. Rebound taken by Bellevue. Down by 6. Quickly into the front court. Arnold peels off to the wing. Finds Scott from 14, puts it in. Aisha Scott. Good jump shot right there from her. And for my money, kind of the straw that stirs the drink, if you will, for Bellevue. Aisha Scott, really athletic, very quick, very fast, good mid-range game. This is Rust from downtown. Ring it up. Jordan Zrust connects from downtown, 33% three-point shooter on the season. I mean, she had all day to measure that one. and just unguarded. 11-4 your score in favor of the Comets. Zone look defensively. Scott playing catch with Dement. Taylor has her dribble, utilizes it. With a hand in her face from C.J. Decker. This is Aisha Scott from 14 feet. Good again. What do we say? She's got a good mid-range game. First team all-conference player. Transfer from University of Vermont, D1 player. Now that's, of course, the Catamounts. And West Texas A&M, D2. Now she's made her way in the NAIA side of things. A really good player. Driving inside, layup. That will be short by Jess Mertens. Rebound taken by Arnold. Ashton Arnold into the front court with haste. Has Dement in the corner, finds her. She'll drive, she'll pull up from 13. That one's short. Rebound taken near side by Mertens. Poked at by Aisha Scott, and Aisha just getting a little too handsy, and that'll be her first foul. I just really like the way Aisha Scott plays. Plays really aggressive. Well, sometimes talks a little bit. All in good fun. Mostly, you hope. But, you know, it's part of the game. And she's a really, really good player. First team all-conference player. Brings a lot of juice to this program. 11-6 your score in favor of Mayville State. 5:30 left to go in this first quarter. Bruins come with a little token pressure in the backcourt. Mayville State beats it with relative ease. Driving inside, layup with the right hand off the window, and the foul for Aaron Walker off glass. First team all-conference player, Aaron Walker, got that award there last night. Clearly she had her Monster Energy drink beforehand. Now some of these players, they've got these pregame superstitions, and hers is the Monster Energy drink before games. I feel like if I would do that, I'd have my heart beating out of my chest. And then I'm just up here sitting down as Walker nets the free throw. And they're out there running. 14-6 your score in favor of the Comets. Zone look defensively. Aisha Scott off the floor now for the first time today. Taylor Dement playing a little PG, little point guard that is. She's got at the top of the wheel, thought about a three. Slashes, leans in, won't go. Loose ball foul, and it's going to be against Mayville State. Good rebound by Shelby Little. Checking in, playing a little O-board there. Good pace, I think, for Bellevue. I know they're down by 8, but the way they're playing offensively, kind of this mid-range game, I feel like that suits them well to a degree. Their three-point shot not falling right now, so you got to work it inside. Like Shelby Little right there, got a good look, but just missed it. Rebound taken by Jordan's Rust. Leaking out is Mackenzie Hughes. Step through, layup, no, but a foul. She got hacked hard. I think that was by Delaney Van Blaricone. I think it was going to be on Delaney. That's the way I thought I saw it. And free throws upcoming for Mayville State as Delaney picks up her first. And more free throws upcoming for the Comets of MSU. And that'll be Mackenzie Hughes to toe the free throw line. Second team all-conference player, the Tommy from Thompson High School, another multi-sport athlete. Basketball, volleyball, softball, track and field as well. First free throw up and good for her. And again, we're going to be talking about this all day and all weekend. For all you high school kids out there, how do I play D1 basketball? How do I play D1 football? How do I play NAIA this, NAIA that? Both free throws are good. You got to play multiple sports. The amount of players in this conference tournament that were single sport athletes, you can count them on one hand, maybe two, and that's for 8 teams. Think about that for a second. That's significant. Aisha Scott back in, works it for Van Blaricone. This is Dement for Aisha, top of the wheel. Kind of a little 3-woman weave on the perimeter to a degree. Aisha on the wing, drives and kicks. Van Blaricone thought about it. Looks to establish Little in the paint. Turnaround jumper, puts it in. That's a tough shot. Right there from Shelby Little from about 8 feet out. Turnaround J, and the deficit is 8 for Bellevue. Jordan's Rust taps her head. She'll penetrate into the painted area. Tough shot, won't go. Nice defensive contest. I think that was Keziah Terrell on the contest. It was. Now Aisha Scott gets it 13 feet out, finds Terrell, elevates, and connects. Wing on the far side. And everything inside 15, 16, 17 feet. It's just gravy right now for Bellevue. They trim the deficit down to 6. 16-10 your score. Comets into the front court as they send in Greta Hulika for the first time today. Taylor Dean as well. Taylor, top of the wheel. Taylor puts it on the deck. Hands off for Aaron Walker. Walker drives on Little, kind of pushes off a little bit. Kicks back outside for Dean. Taylor with 10 to shoot. It's Rust, top of the wheel. Jordan spins inside. What a tough shot from Jordan's Rust. Won't get it to go. Loose ball out of bounds. It's going to be off of Jordan. Mayville State goes back on defense and a 6-point advantage. Comets shooting 54% for the first quarter here. Bellevue, 5 of 11, 45%. And they're shooting 60% for 2-point land, 0 for 2 from 3-point range. Mayville -3 on the glass as well. Dement works it far side for Terrell. Keziah works it back out for Dean. From Dement, I should say. Right wing, Van Blaricone for 3. Book it! That one from the right wing. She was wide open as Mayville State's defense just got caught in the wash. Maybe caught ball watching a little bit and just did not see a wide open 3-point shooter on the wing. Just like that, it's a 3-point deficit. Mertens driving inside. Needs a little bit of help against Terrell. Works it far side. A great pass inside. Layup won't go by Mackenzie Hughes. Back the other way. Far side. Great catch by Aisha Scott. Dribbles into traffic. Needs help. Finds Dement. Locked and loaded for 3. Bang! That one from the right wing, and we are tied up at 16 apiece. Taylor Dement, NSAA All-Defensive Player of the season. Showing a little offense right there from the right wing, and we're tied at 16. 30-second break right here and right now from Watertown.
Hi, my name is Aisha Scott. I'm from Washington, D.C. I'm a 5th year, and I'm majoring in criminal justice. My go-to meal is steak. My favorite sports team is the Dallas Cowboys. My favorite TV show is The Office. The person I look up to the most is my mom, Tabitha Bullock. When I'm not playing basketball, I like to shop.
And that's Aisha Scott saying her favorite team is the Dallas Cowboys. Well, Aisha, you were doing so great. No one's perfect. Giving her a hard time. Really, really solid player for the Bruins. Tied at 15. This is Rust. Kicks to the right wing. 3 on the way. That one is no good. Missed by Mackenzie Hughes, and the rebound to Bellevue. Here comes Dement back in transition. Taylor, shimmy shake and drive. Kicks for Van Blaricone on the right wing. Dement gets it back in the corner. Dropped it off inside for Aisha Scott. Good defense by Mertens. And we've got hands on Spalding. Possession arrow favors this side of the floor for the Bruins. Mertens really good on defense. NSAA defensive team as well for this Comets team. Really good pace, I think, for both teams. Mayville State got off to a hot start. Bellevue couldn't really stop Hughes inside on a couple of easy layups. Head coach Dave Denley took a good timeout, and since then they have been really, really solid. Dement triggers in, now it's intercepted, picked off by CJ Decker, 2-on-1, leaking out is Hughes again, lay it up and lay it in. I'll tell you what, it's really easy to make those uncontested layups, isn't it? Well, sometimes those are the toughest ones to make, I guess. Mackenzie Hughes has 6. 18-16 your score as Taylor Dement playing a little catch with Miranda Hennings. Work at far side for Keziah Terrell. Zone look defensively, Aisha Scott. Turnaround jumper, that is off the heel, no. Rebound back tap right into the hands of Aisha Scott. Aisha from 14, she'll try again. She's good again. Aisha Scott, she's got 6. On 3 of 5 from the field. That mid-range game as Taylor Dement picks up a touch call across the timeline. Dement's first, 4th on the team. Take it the 5th on the team with 89 seconds left to go in this first quarter. So free throws upcoming for Mayville State, as towing the free throw line for the Comets will be, I think that's Aaron Walker, isn't it? Yep, it is. Aaron Walker, first is up and good. Perfect for her. Started playing basketball in 3rd grade. Older brother played hoops and learned all of the moves and all the skills from him. He must have been a pretty good player because Aaron pretty good too. Second free throw up and good. For those of you watching on the old YouTubes, again, you can hit us up with the chat and we'll give you some shout outs on the broadcast here. Aisha Scott, right slot, looking for help. Finds her teammate inside the painted area, Faith Ross. Faith creates some separation. Good defense by Aaron Walker and taken away. Hand off to Jordan's Rust. 1:10 left to go in this first quarter. Really fun first quarter from both of these teams. Driving and kicking. Ball faking a drive. Walker penetrates. Gave it up for Decker in the corner. CJ with the right-handed dribble has a great backdoor feed, and saving it was Hughes, but right to Mertens to make it Walker. Hughes gets it back on the wing, missed the three. Rebound far side by C.J. Decker, who gets hit by Hennings. Tough call, but the proper one. And Miranda Hennings picks up the whistle. So free throws upcoming for MSU. And Hennings is going to depart with the foul. And checking back in for the Bruins will be Ashton Arnold. By the way, Aaron Walker departs as C.J. Decker checks in. Kayla Rockel in for the home squad. First free throw up and good. Kayla Rockel, the crowd of Underwood High School, the Rocket. Volleyball libero back in the day. This little track and field. Ran the 4x800, 800 by 4. 800 and the 4x400. That's a lot of running. That's a lot more than I. Second free throw up in the air and good. 21-18 ball game in favor of the Comets. Dement finds Aisha Scott in the painted area. Jab step and a drive on Rocco, leans in, but a foul. Shot was no good. Head coach Dennis Hutter not too keen on that call. And the whistle has been blown as Aisha Scott will toe the free throw line for a couple of throws here. By the way, Miranda Hennings on the other side, that was her second foul. As Kayla Rockel picks up the first whistle. Aisha Scott toes the free throw line. She'll get 2. Aisha receives the Spalding. Deep exhale, eyes it. And she'll get one more. 22-18 your score. First free throw, misfire. 42.3 left to go in this first quarter. Good pace for both of these teams. Bellevue got to be a little bit better on defense, avoiding some of those back doors. Second free throw, no good, but saved by Arnold. Gave it right inside to Ross, who lays it in. Well, that's two the old-fashioned way, I guess. And Bellevue trims the deficit down to a deuce with 30 seconds left to go in this first quarter. This is C.J. Decker against Terrell. Penetrates, kick to the corner. Zrust, baseline drive, good move. Inside layup, left it short. Rebound taken by Keziah Terrell with 18 seconds to go. She's got her foot on the gas pedal. Dropped it off for Faith Ross in the right wing. Game clock is at 11. Shot clock is dark. Bellevue looking to tie or take the lead. 5 seconds to shoot. Got to get something going here. Little takes the nice screen inside, and Ashton Arnold lays it in, and that'll do it at the end of the first quarter as we are tied up at 22 apiece. And we will take a 1-minute timeout as you see the replay and a great feed from Ross finding Arnold. We're back in 1 minute. Here from Watertown, it's the NSAA Final Four.
At Premier, it's about doing what's right for our customers, employees, and communities, giving our time and resources to support what matters most: academics and athletics, arts and entertainment, families and economic development. When you have the right people, financial solutions, and a spirit of service, you build one of the nation's strongest financial organizations. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. Investing in you. Member FDIC.
I'm actually the first person in my whole entire family, teenagers, adults, kids, grandparents, that's gotten my bachelor's degree. It was 16 hours to Missouri, and then we picked up my dad and my brother, and then it was another 5 hours here. I didn't get a walk for high school. Everyone else gets that opportunity, so when it came to this, I was like, I don't care how far it is away.
Back in Watertown with a 22 apiece tie after the game's first 10 minutes. Mayville State got off to a hot start, 8-2 as a matter of fact. Then head coach Dave Denley took a really solid timeout saying, okay, we got to figure this thing out on defense. They since have for the most part, talking about the Bruins, but it's been their offense. Bellevue shooting 55% in the first quarter, the Comets 41%, and we're tied at 22 apiece. This is Mackenzie Hughes. Finds Walker for 3, no, but a foul. It's going to be a late closeout by Laura Jurek, and that's going to be her second. So now you got 3 more free throws upcoming for MSU. Comets did a great job in that first 10 minutes getting to the free throw line. They shot 8 throws, made 7 of them. Bellevue only got to the line twice. Aisha Scott missed them both, but it really didn't matter because on the offensive rebound, they laid it up and in. So free throws upcoming here for Erin Walker. Her first is in the air, and that is pure. Always has to have the double braid with the hair and the pin. Everyone's got the little pregame superstition, feels like. I've got to get a prayer in myself, but everyone a little bit different. Second free throw, no good. And she'll get one more to try to make it 2 out of 3. Walker, 85% from the free throw line this season, and she'll hit 66% in this exchange. 24-22, 15 seconds gone by in this second quarter. Taylor Dement dribbling the air out of the Spalding, works it for Arnold. Around the perimeter it comes, Aisha Scott. Aisha chest pass near side for Arnold. Nice catch at the elbow. They're just giving Faith Ross the jumper. She's going to penetrate on Walker, leans in, lost it on the way up, back tapped. Arnold gets it back and lays it up and missed it. Rebound taken by Jordan Zrost. Here comes the NSAA Player of the Year, first team all-conference player. A handoff for Mackenzie Hughes. Hughes penetrates inside and lays it up and missed it, but she's fouled. I don't know, there's like a rule. Anytime Mackenzie Hughes touches the ball, the lane just parts for her. You see that kind of flash in front there by Jordan Zrost? She just kind of clears off Aisha Scott there. So free throws upcoming as Faith Ross picks up the whistle, but it's kind of like in football when you got one player running a deep post and you've got one player running a fly. Sometimes the safety just takes the post, leaving the fly open. That's kind of like that to a degree, with Jordan Zrost kind of running the post, and then you get the player right behind her, Hughes, who lays it up, missed it, but the free throw will fall. 26-22, Arnold on the wing, 2-3 zone, catch by Little, driving inside, give it up for Aisha Scott. Aisha leans in, goes glass, won't go, ball back tapped into the hands of the Player of the Year. Here comes Jordan Zrost, back the other way, little pressure in the backcourt, work at far side for Walker on the wing. Aaron with some space, crosses over, drives and kicks. This is Hughes, drives inside, step through, might have got away with a walk, I think. No, she did not get away with it. For a half a second, I thought she was going to get away with that. Referee says, And that's a no-no. Turnover. That's just the first turnover of the game for Mayville State. Bruins have only given up 3 times. Bellevue, they average about 14 per game. And the Comets, they give it up about 14 times per game, almost 15. Aisha Scott, a jab step from 13, elevates, missed it, not this time. Rebound taken by Jordan Zrost, who continues to be the Windex girl. That's her 5th board, cleaning up the glass. She'll go coast to coast, lay it up and in. That's a shooter's touch right there from Jordan Zrost, who points to her teammates and says, I got your back. Jordan Zrost with 7 points on 3 of 8 from the field. Shelby Little baseline near side, nice closeout by Zrost. Aisha Scott at the free throw line. We're trying to get it inside to Arnold. She'll elevate, she'll miss it. Rebound stabbed by Jess Mertens. Mertens goes 1 on 3 and will peel off to the wing. Maybe someone's going to shoot a 3. There it is, right there on the wing, and put it down. Aaron Walker from downtown. And a 31-22 ball game in favor of the home squad with 7:38 left to go in this first half. Got to get back on those trailers. That time it was Mertens. Ross in the corner. Arnold thought about a 3, give it back up. Ross is blocked. Nice closeout defensively by Mertens and ripped away by Jordan Zrost. Here comes MSU back in transition. Full head of steam for Zrost, and she gets hammered and a foul. And that's a good foul by Ashton Arnold, to be honest. I mean, you don't want to give up an easy layup. So, you commit the foul. And free throws upcoming for Jordan Zrost. She'll get a pair. Coming into today, needing 66 points to become MSU's all-time leading scorer. Spins the Spalding first free throw. It's off the heel, no good. It's kind of funny, I was on a broadcast a couple weeks ago when Jordan Zrost had the ball in the perimeter, and I said, you know, she's not known for her three-point shooting capabilities, and she just drilled it. It's like, well, she's more than capable. She can play inside, she can play outside, she can play back to the basket, shoot it with the left hand, shoot it with the right. Broke the all-time three-point record in a game and in a season at her high school there at Buffalo High School, the Bison. Of course, in high school it's a little bit closer than college, but still, she can do it all. Ross works it for Dement, far side for Arnold. Good defense, 6 seconds to shoot. Dement, step back, three-pointer, no good. Rebound taken to the near side by nobody. Is a good effort, though, by Faith Ross as she ran over to the near side and almost ran into a couple of fans there. Comets off to a really good start here in the second quarter. Bellevue yet to score. 3 minutes and 14 seconds into it. It's a 10-0 run. Don't forget we were tied at 22 apiece. After the first quarter, Greta Helika checking in for MSU. Chest pass near side for Mackenzie Hughes. Hughes with the right-handed dribble, peels off to the top of the key. Skip pass, post entry. This is Amina Hall against Jordan's Rust. Left it short, fighting for her own rebound, won't get it. Good defense by Hall and taken away by Hennings. Dement in transition. Full head of steam in the painted area. Gave it up back door, nice job. Lay it up and in, off glass. Ashton Arnold lay it in, off the window. Ashton Arnold, the pride of Buchanan High School there, the Bear. A little golf, a little basketball back in the day. Jump shot will not go this time. Rebound taken by Dement. 2 on 4. Hennings, the trailer. She'll drive. She'll pull up from 8. Left it short. Rebound taken by CJ Decker of MSU. They want to push the tempo. For the moment, they had numbers. Who's the trailer this time? Jordan's Rust from the right slot for 3. Short. Got a good look. And Bellevue gets the rebound right on back. That could have given Mayville an 11-point advantage. Dement works the far side of the floor against that 2-3 zone. High screen comes by Amina Hall. Van Blaricone from downtown. That one's off the heel. Rebound stabbed by Jordan's Rust. That is rebound number 7 for her. She's already on double-double duty. Or double-double watch, that is. Hughes, whistle, and Dement's going to pick up the foul. Taylor Dement, her second. 5:21 left to go in this first half. It's a 32-24 ball game. Helika departs. Back in for the Comets. I believe it was Mertens back in. Jumper from the free throw line is pure. Mackenzie Hughes knocks it down. Hughes averaging 11.1 per game. 43% from the field. Arnold in the corner. Gave it up for Hennings. Turnaround jumper. That is up and good. Ball just kind of died on the back iron. And Amina Hall connects. And we're going to have a whistle and what do we have here? I'm not quite sure. A warning maybe? A foul? Maybe a warning after that shot was drilled. Not quite sure. 34-26, Comets with an 8-point advantage and the ball. 4:50 left to go in the first half. Into the front court comes Mackenzie Hughes. Check that, CJ Decker, pardon me. That's 2, not 5. She'll take a 3-pointer. She'll miss it long. Rebound taken by Bellevue and Van Blaricone. Hennings for Terrell. Kazaya with the dribble, has it. Hennings on the wing, back for Kazaya in the lane. A jab step, she'll drive. Leans in, tough shot, got it to go. Oh boy, tough shot from Kazaya Terrell, who's averaging about 4 per game. She's got 4 in this first half. Advantage is 6. CJ Decker looking for someone to cut inside. Bellevue has kind of switched to a 2-3 zone defensively here. Decker on the wing, looking for Zrust, finds him the paint. Here comes the double, passed out of it. Top of the wheel, extra pass for Hughes. Right slot Decker, 7 to shoot. Hughes straight away for 3, off the heel. Rebound taken by Zrust. That's her 8th board of the first half. She'll lean in and go right anyway and lays it in. She can shoot it left, she can shoot it right. Just one of these players that can do it all. Matter of fact, is actually ambidextrous. Plays all sports with her left hand, but actually writes with her right. Brushes teeth with her right hand as well. So you want to make her go right, but she can finish there too. Ashton Arnold, right slot, plays Hennings, free throw line. Hennings back out for Arnold. She'll drive inside, back down her defender, needs help to give it away, and she does, but right to the opposition. Taken away by Hughes, and we got another one of these breakout layups, and this time it's no good, but the rebound taken by Zrust, who goes down to a knee to save it. Zrust is open in the corner, catch and shoot 3. She's doing it all here today, but not that time, as Van Blaricone with the defensive board. Van Blaricone looking for help, finds Hennings, catch and shoot 3, bottom. Miranda Hennings from the left slot, one of these really good three-point shooters, 44%. And head coach Dennis Hutter says we got to put a body on number 33. You can't give her that much airspace. Decker on the wing, skip pass in the corner. This is Walker for 3. That one's an air ball. Rebound into the hands of Van Blaricone. Both teams look kind of tired right now a little bit. I mean, they look flushed. I mean, everyone's face is kind of red. It's just like we need a breather here. Need a Gatorade and a sip of water. Hall, hands off for Terrell. Lay it up, no, but a foul. 2:29 left in this first half. Very high-paced first half from both teams. And Keziah Terrell heads to the free throw line from Lovejoy High School, the Wildcat. Team won the state title back in 2018. Celebrating a birthday 23 days ago. Kind of a cool deal. February 2nd, 2002. All the numbers are the same. 02, 02, 20, 02. Her first free throw, 1 for 1. 36-31, your score. Bellevue looking to trim this deficit down to 4. Terrell receives the Spalding, eyes it, puts it skyward, and she'll connect. Keziah Terrell from the free throw line this season, about 70%. And she goes 100p, as the youngsters say nowadays. Do they still say that? 100%. 36-33, your score. Comets, +3. 2:20 left to go in this first half. Hughes playing a little catch with Mertens outside. Mertens for Hughes, for Zrust. Jordan, backdoor feed, slam shut, but Walker got it. 10 to shoot. They're trying to establish the post. It's just not there. Good defense. Mertens, 6 seconds and 5, handoff for Walker. Drives inside, lost it, and taken away by Hennings. With 1:58 left to go in this first half. Nearly threw it away. Chased down by Ashton Arnold. They can tie it with a triple. Arnold into the front court. Handoff for Ross. Calling for it is Van Blaricone. She's got it. Delaney with 3 points in this first half. We're going to have a whistle and 3-second violation on Bellevue. Giveaway. Been a really well-played first half by both teams in terms of turnovers. That's just the 5th turnover of the game for Bellevue. Only 2 giveaways for MSU. $1:42 to go, first half, 36-33. Bellevue down 3. Into the front court come the Comets. This is Jess Mertens looking for Taylor Dean, finds Walker. Nice backdoor feed, lay it in. Aaron Walker from Mackenzie Hughes. I was going to say Walker was open. She was calling for it. Hughes found her on a dime. And Walker's got 14 points in this first half. 38-33. Faith Ross pulls up from 14, puts it in. I'm telling you, man, this mid-range game is what Mayville is giving Bellevue. And by and large, they're stroking it home. 65 seconds to go first half. Jordan Zrust into the front court. Zrust is doubled for the moment. Hands off for Jess Mertens. Jess, far side wing for Walker. Drives into the lane, kick to the corner for Dean. She'll slash to the lane herself. Nice little step through, little contact there by Ashton Arnold. And head coach Dave Denley says, don't do that. Taylor Dean to the free throw line, the NSAA Champion of Character Award winner. And she'll get a couple of throws here. Taylor Dean, nicknamed Touchdown because of the initials there, TD. Kind of a cool story. She actually played basketball in Austria for a week back in high school. And when fouls were called, she didn't understand what the fouls were when the refs blew the whistles because, of course, of the language barrier. So it's like sometimes when the referees are blowing the whistles, you don't understand why they called the whistle. Yeah, that's kind of like America sometimes, too. Not so much tonight, but because they've been solid. Turnover, though, by Bellevue. 40-35. Driving through the lane. This is Mertens. Lost it for the moment. Taken away by Hennings. Game clock is going to go to 25. Shot clock is dark. Faith Ross circling for Ashton Arnold. We're going to catch up with head coach Dennis Hutter before halftime as Cam Corey will visit with Coach Hutter. 40-35. 10 seconds to go. Hennings plays Ross. 6 seconds and 5. Hennings catch and shoot 3. Off the mark. Rebound taken by Zrust, who tries to draw the foul. Lost it out of bounds. And question is, was that a foul? Is that a loose ball foul on Aisha Scott? If it is, that's her second. It is. Zrust kind of sold that one a little bit. Contact was made, but not a lot. Zrust, the wily veteran, though. Feels like she's been with this program since the bicentennial. Head coach Dennis Hutter and Jordan Zrust very, very close. He coaches her hard. She wants to be coached hard. She's just an absolute gym rat. Just lives in the gym Every single time she's told you can't do something, she's back at the gym the next day at 8 a.m. working on it. Strokes home the first free throw, 1.5 to go. Rust goes 2 for 2. Neither of those hit the rim. 1.5 left. Inbounds pass comes. Faith Ross can't get the shot off at the buzzer. Football score after the game's first 20 minutes, 42-35, as Mayville State leads it by a touchdown, 42-35, as head coach Dennis Hutter's crew enjoying a 7-point lead, and we'll see if we can get him with Cam Corey, as he will be going into the dressing room to talk about the first half with his squad. And if we can't get that, we'll see if we can get one of the coaches coming up after halftime. I think they're working on to talk to their team first and foremost. 42-35 your score as the Comets enjoy a 7-point lead. We will take a break in the action. More from Watertown after this on the Watertown Arrows YouTube stream.
For most people, every day isn't about moving and managing money. Most of us have bigger things to tackle, jobs to do. Money shouldn't be the focus of your day. Our job is making sure it stays that way. Questions answered, time saved, confidence restored, and every day improved. First Interstate Bank, built for you.
At Waldorf University, we are warriors. On campus and online. In the classroom and on the field. Our work today will power tomorrow, continuing a rich tradition started in 1903. And once you're one of us, you forever are. Waldorf University, we are warriors.
At Premier, it's about doing what's right for our customers, employees, and communities, giving our time and resources to support what matters most: academics and athletics, arts and entertainment, families and economic development. When you have the right people, financial solutions, and a spirit of service, you build one of the nation's strongest financial organizations. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. Investing in you. Member FDIC.
Hi, my name is Faith Ross. I'm a 5th year. My major is mathematics and education, and I am from Gretna, Nebraska. The person I look up to the most is my father, Sean Ross. When I am not playing basketball, I like to bake. My favorite meal to cook is salmon. If I were a pro wrestler, my name would be for Rizzle. In a zombie apocalypse, the person I want on my team is Aisha Scott and Tay-Tay.
Okay, good. I'm CJ Decker. I'm from Howard Lake, Minnesota. I'm Jordan Zrest. I'm from Buffalo, Minnesota. All right, we're going to start off with a couple would you rather questions. The first one is, would you rather live in the ocean or on the moon?
In the ocean, definitely. Have some ocean creatures be my friends, for sure.
Okay. What ocean creature would be your favorite?
Oh, a shark. Protector.
A shark?
A shark.
What if they eat you?
They're not going to eat me. I want to be friends with them.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm set for life.
Okay.
Whales.
I like the one. Let's see. One more. Would you rather experience the world beginning or the world ending?
The world ending. I think it'd be pretty cool.
Why?
I think it'd just be interesting.
Why?
Why? I don't know. Just like all chaotic. See how people react to stuff. How they experience it.
For sure.
Okay. Would you rather lose all your money or all your pictures?
All my money, for sure.
And why is that?
I mean, like, I would rather have all my memories and all my pictures rather than, like, money can't buy you all those memories back, so.
Mm-hmm. Would you rather be the funniest or the smartest person in the room?
That one's hard. I would say the funniest, because, like, probably not going to be the smartest person in the room, so.
Do you think you're funny?
It depends who I'm with. Okay. Okay. Pretty set.
What drew me to Mayville State was first the football program. So they offered me a football scholarship. And when I went on my visit, I got to talk to a lot of professors as well as students in the education department. And it really just seemed like a family. And that's what made me really want to join Mayville State in the education department. There's a couple things that make me want to be a teacher. So one of them was the teachers that I had in elementary. They were all great role models. Another thing is some students don't really have a positive male role model in their life. So I want to be an elementary education teacher to be a positive role model for young students. I really enjoy all the professors that I've had here at Mayville State because they want to see you succeed and they also know you. They kind of take in consideration what you want to learn. So if I specifically say hey, I want to learn more about how to be a positive role model in the classroom, they will, drop everything and help me out so I can, get a baseline for that. What I would tell a student thinking about Mayville State is that you're not going to find a closer family.
Back here in Watertown, 42-35 your score, as the Comets enjoying a 7-point advantage. Really solid first half for Mayville State in terms of spreading the wealth. You've got a three-pronged attack, kind of that tripod, three-headed monster, if you will. Jordan's Rust, Mackenzie Hughes, Aaron Walker, all very, very capable scorers. They all average north of 10 per game, and they're all north of 10 right now in the first half, or at least one of them anyway. Or I should say one of them is at 10. That's, of course, Mackenzie Hughes. A lot of those have been on some layups. Made some free throws as well. Jordan's Rust, another double-double for her already in the first half. 4 for 12 shooting, not great, but the points and the rebounds, you like it. I mean, make that 11 rebounds, 12 points for her, another double-double for Jordan's Rust here today. She's 3 for 4 from the free throw line in about all 20 minutes of court time for her. Aaron Walker shooting 4 for 6 from the field. She's 1 for 3 from downtown, 5 for 6 from the free throw line, 14 points. Mackenzie Hughes with 10 points on 3 of 8 shooting. She's also 4 for 4 from the charity stripe. And that's really the scoring. You've got 3 players combining for 36 of the 42 points for Mayville State in the first half. Comets are shooting 40%, 12 of 30. They're 2 for 12 from beyond the curve. Not great, only 16%, but they've got to the free throw line a lot. 19 times in the first half. They've made 16 of them, good for 84%. There's head coach Brandon McGruder enjoying some popcorn. Mayville State head coach, of course, the NSAA coach of the year. Shout out to him. CJ Decker with 4 points, 2 dimes, and a couple of boards on 1 of 2 shooting. 2 for 3 from the free throw line for her. You've got 2 points from Taylor Dean off the bench. And scoreless first halves from Jess Mertens, Kayla Rockel, Sydney Brecken, and Greta Helika in the first half. Mayville State with 7 assists on 12 made field goals. And we are even in terms of rebounding, 19 for the Comets and 19 for the Bruins. Also of note, just 3 turnovers for Mayville State in the first half. They're shooting 45%. The Bruins are. They're 15 for 33, 3 for 10 from downtown, good for 30%. Only shot 4 free throws to the Mayville State 19, and they made half of those, good for 50%. 6 points each from Keziah Terrell off the bench, Ashton Arnold and Aisha Scott. Scott also added a couple of helpers, ditto for Ashton Arnold as well. 3 points off the bench from Delaney Van Blaricone, also has 5 defensive rebounds, a couple of dimes for her. 3 points each from Taylor Dement and Miranda Hennings. Faith Ross with 4 points and 3 assists. Laura Jurek yet to score. She's yet to attempt any shots. She does have 1 assist and 2 defensive rebounds. 2 points each from Shelby Little and Amina Hall. This is a number that I really, really like if you're head coach Dave Denley. They've got 13 assists on 15 made field goals. I mean, that's a number that's got to put a smile on your face. 13 assists on 15 made field goals. That's 86% of your offense being assisted on for a team that has a pretty decent assist-to-turnover ratio, and you like that number quite a bit. 5 turnovers for Bellevue. That has yielded 8 points for Mayville State, and a lot of those have been bust-out layups by Mackenzie Hughes. So you clean up the turnovers if you're head coach Dave Denley's crew, you got a pretty good chance to win this thing in the second half. Now for Mayville, continue to pound the ball into the painted area, continue to get to the free throw line, good things are going to happen for you. It's been a really fun, entertaining first half. 42-35 your score after the game's first 20 minutes. We'll see if we can talk with either of the head coaches, either Dave Denley or Dennis Hutter, coming out of the dressing room. We'll have to wait and see if we can wrangle one of those guys. For those of you watching on YouTube, hit us up with a comment there in the comment section, the live chat. Shoot us a message. We'll give you a shout out wherever you're listening from, be it Bellevue or maybe up in Mayville. Maybe that's way out west in Montana or Washington, California. We had a couple of listeners and viewers from Hawaii in our first game. Had a couple of viewers from Florida there as well. So a lot of folks out there all over the country watching and listening in via the YouTube page. So hit us up with the chat. We'll give you a shout out here on the broadcast. 42-35 your score. Mayville State with a 7-point advantage. We'll run some more spots here, and we will come on back, and we'll see if we can wrangle one of those head coaches and more numbers and a preview for the second half after this on the Watertown Aero Activities YouTube stream.
So surprising, so much fun on the water, so much more to explore, so much to see, hear, smell, taste, enjoy. So pack your bags, grab the kids, tell the dog. There's so much Watertown, so little time.
At Premier, it's about doing what's right for our customers, employees, and communities, giving our time and resources to support what matters most: academics and athletics, arts and entertainment, families and economic development. When you have the right people, financial solutions, and a spirit of service, you build one of the nation's strongest financial organizations. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. Investing in you. Member FDIC.
Back in Watertown, 42-35 your score after the game's first 20 minutes. And we're going to see if Cam Corey can visit with the head coach. I believe that's going to be Dennis Hutter coming up to him and see if he's got him wrangled. And I think we're going to go ahead and send things over to head coach Dennis Hutter alongside Cam Corey. Let's go ahead and send things down to him right here and right now.
And we're joined courtside here with Mayville coach Dennis Hutter. In your perspective and vantage point, how did that first half go? It was fast and furious from my vantage point.
Yeah, it was. Played with a lot of tempo, obviously. We got up, we let them back, then we got up again. We kind of let them back again. So these are two teams that know each other really well. It's probably going to be like this the remainder of the game. So I like the effort. I like the intensity. We got to keep it up for another half.
Yeah, and I noticed that these two teams, it appears they are intense, playing against each other. So any adjustments that you're going to make in the second half?
A few things. We talk about being tight defensively. We got to make sure we get on the glass and that we rebound really well and then take care of the ball offensively. So we know they're a physical team, and we're going to have to kind of match that physicality here in the second half to get to the finish line.
Excellent. Well, go back with your team, and good luck in the second half.
Appreciate it very much.
Once again, Cam Corey
and
there.
Back to you up in the
visiting
booth
with head coach Dennis Hutter. And, this is a team talking about Mayville State. They're a really, really good defensive team. They only surrender 54 points per game. Bellevue University, they're not much to sneeze at either defensively. Really solid, only surrendering about 63 per game. So two really solid defensive teams and a really good first half from both offenses, if we're being honest. And both teams continuing to spread the ball very, very well. 13 assists on 15 made field goals for Bellevue University. 7 assists on 12 made field goals for Mayville State in the first half. Elsewhere on the scoreboard from earlier on this afternoon from the Watertown Civic Arena, as Dakota State and Dickinson State got going at 1 o'clock this afternoon, and it was all DSU. 82-37 your final score there. Very balanced attack. Courtney Menning with 15 points to lead the way for the Trojans. 14 each from Elsie Osleson and also Morgan Huber, who was also named the player of the game. Sydney Fick dropping in a dozen there for Dakota State in the victory. No players in double figures for the Blue Hawks. Just 9 points for Caden Steele to lead the way in 16 minutes of court time. So the Blue Hawks see their season come to a close, but a team that I think has brighter days ahead for sure. Talking about head coach Eric Nelson's crew. 42-35, so there's your bracket that we're looking at here on the guys' side of things. This will be later on tonight. 6 o'clock tip-off time is slated for Mayville State and VCSU. That'll be the 1 versus 4 pairing. Both of those teams split during the regular season, so that should be a dynamic contest. And Dickinson State and Waldorf to round things out here tonight in the 3 versus 7 pairing. And we'll find out if the slipper still fits for Waldorf after they upset Viterbo on the road earlier on this week. 42-35 after the game's first 20 minutes, and we're going to go ahead and get things going here once again from Watertown. David Tewksbury on hand for the Watertown Aero Activities YouTube stream. For those of you, again, watching online, give us a couple of notes and we'll give you some shout-outs here on the broadcast. We've got William shouting, "Hey, go Bellevue," tuning in from Omaha, Nebraska, so shout out to William. Austin Hennings says, shout out from Kansas City, Missouri, go Bruins. Hashtag Hennings for 3. Yep, she's a pretty good three-point shooter, no question. So wishing both of these teams the best of luck in the second half. Aisha Scott starts us up with a jump shot that will not fall, but a putback by Arnold that will not go. An offensive rebound, Hennings for 3. There it is, so it's partially deflected and taken away by Aaron Walker. Back the other way come the Comets, leading by 7. Crossing the timeline as you see it from left to right. If you want to break out a radio reference from left to right on your radio dial, even though on the web stream. This is Jess Mertens looking for a little bit of help. She's got Decker playing catch with Mertens again. This is Hughes, right slot, back outside for Walker. 6 seconds to shoot here. Around the horn it comes, a ball fake and a drive. Step through, left-handed layup will not go, but getting her own rebound is Jess Mertens. Back outside for Hughes, right slot, thought about a 3, closed out by Arnold. Backdoor feed, and going right through the hands of Jordan Zrust, but looked like Faith Ross might have got a fingernail on that one. Fresh 14 for the Comets here, making a real concerted effort to keep Jordan Zrust away from the glass. That's exactly what Bellevue is thinking right now. Inbounds pass comes, it's going to go into the backcourt. Aisha Scott gives chase. It's chased down, 10 seconds to shoot. Right wing, this is Mertens against Hennings. Crosses her up. Hennings, nice closeout. Decker drives. Mertens for 3. Short. And rebound taken by Faith Ross. 1 minute and 10 seconds into this third quarter. Comes Ross in transition. Dropped it off inside for Aisha Scott at the free throw line extended. Now gets out of the lane to avoid that 3-second violation. Aisha in the corner. This is Jurek from downtown. Left it short. Got a good look. And Jess Mertens corrals the rebound for MSU. Mertens against Scott, hands off for the trailer, that's Jordan Zrust. Jordan playing downhill, they're gonna call her for a carry. And head coach Dennis Hutter says, shoot that 3. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what she is a lot of times. She's that trailer down the floor, Jordan Zrust is, and you can't forget about her because she is continuing to shoot the ball with a lot of confidence right now from beyond the curve, but I guess not on that last exchange. She wanted to put the ball on the deck instead. Ross finds Scott from 13 feet out, a jab step, muscles her way through, layup, solid take right there by Aisha Scott inside, absorbing some contact too. Good job by Mayville State avoiding the foul, but there's better offense right there from Aisha Scott. First team all-conference player. Crossing the timeline, this is Mackenzie Hughes on the near side wing. Finds Decker, free throw line extended, now inside the line. Back up for Jess Mertens. Aaron Walker, hands off for Hughes. Might have got away with a walk there a little bit. Teardrop floater, won't go. Rebound taken by Ashton Arnold. 5-on-5, Arnold. She might go coast to coast. She'll keep and kick. Hennings for 3, no good, got a good look. Offensive board and putback though by Laura Jurek. Wrestled it away from Mackenzie, Jordan Zrust, pardon me, and the Comets are gonna take a 30-second timeout. 42-39 your score. We're doing likewise with 7:24 to go in the third. We're back after this via the Watertown Arrows YouTube stream. .39 your score. Some of the sights and sounds here from Watertown Civic Arena. Big shout out goes to all of the folks here in Watertown, the Convention and Visitors Bureau for hosting us. Roger Turnus, the NSAA commissioner, much appreciated, putting us here in Watertown for a great event today and tomorrow. Bellevue down by 3. Decker with the ball, finds a wide open shooter. Mertens from downtown left it short. And they're starting to throw up some rocks right now. Mayville State is, and Bellevue is attacking the basket. Unless they want to shoot a three here from Hennings. She's open for the moment. Had that pass go through the hands of Zrust, and Arnold tries to save it, but her foot was on the baseline. Substitution as Jess Mertens out. Greta Helika in. And now the Bruins are going to come out with some defensive pressure here with 6:52 to go in this third frame. Mayville State yet to score here in this third quarter. Into the front court comes Erin Walker. Hands off for her teammate Mackenzie Hughes. Kind of that zone look defensively. They see if they can get the ball to Zrust down low. Instead, keeping it will be Decker. She'll circle out to the wing against Hennings. Now Zrust gets it in the corner. 10 seconds to shoot. Walker drives and kicks. Zrust for three. Ring it up. That's a big one. Kind of felt like head coach Dennis Hutter a few moments ago saying, hey, shoot the three. You're a good shooter. Well, I think she might have got her confidence back after that one. Aisha Scott banging down low. Goes up with the right hand off the glass, and she just bullied her defender right there, Erin Walker, as Aisha Scott is starting to heat up. In this one, she's got 10 points. Into the front court comes CJ Decker, given a little bit of space by Faith Ross. 45-41 ball game. Helika looking for Zrust, finds her on the baseline. Jordan puts the ball on the deck with the right hand, lost it, got it back, muscles her way through, no good. Rebound cleared by Bellevue and Laura Jurek. Jurek works it for Scott on the wing. Jurek gets it back on the perimeter. 22 to shoot it. Hennings for Arnold. Zone look. This is a turnaround jumper that'll be rimming out. Oh boy, tough luck from Faith Ross. Rebound taken by Jordan Zrust, her 12th of the game. Open in the corner is Helika, but Walker couldn't find her. Hughes for a backdoor feed, and Jordan Zrust is right there from CJ Decker. Kind of sucking in the defense, and Jordan Zrust is there for a simple lay-in. 6-point advantage for MSU. Hennings playing a little catch on the perimeter. Aisha Scott, a jab step and a drive. Turnaround jumper, and kind of forced it a little bit. Rebound taken by Jordan Zrust. That's her 13th. And back the other way comes CJ Decker. CJ, hands off. Walker thought about a three. Decker got it back. 18 to shoot. 2-3 zone. Decker, top of the slot. Works it near side wing. Walker for three. Too strong. Rebound to Aisha Scott. Bellevue wants to push the tempo here to a degree. And we got a collision in the lane, no whistle, as Arnold and Walker both went down. And we're gonna have a whistle now. Loose ball foul on whom? I think it's on Mayville.
White ball right here.
You see the collision there down low, and a couple of players fighting for the loose ball. And they call the loose ball foul on Ashton Arnold. That's her third. 4:28 left to go in the third. 47-41 ball game as Taylor Dean back in now for the first time in this third quarter. Taylor Dement in as well, and now they're going to throw it away. Bellevue gets it back as Taylor Dement at the top of the circle finds Delaney Van Blericone. Back for Dement on the wing. Jurek for Taylor. Zone look defensively. Amina Hall back in as well. Nice deep catch inside, and going glass and laying it in is Laura Jurek. And Jurek has 4. Deficit is that same tally, 4 points. Here comes Jordan Zrust, full head of steam against Keziah Terrell. Hands off for the trailer. Zrust calls for it. Jordan gets it, penetrates inside the runner. Yes, that left-handed runner by Jordan Zrust. Just so tough to stop, especially with that long frame, as Jordan Zrust has 19 points in this one to go along with 14 boards. And a little miscommunication with Amina Hall and Taylor Dement. Hall thought Dement was going to cut back door. And to be honest, I thought she was too, but just a little miscommunication. They both slap a low 5 with each other, and they'll get that right the next time, I'm sure. Jordan Zrust gets the inbounds pass. Here comes a little trap in the backcourt by Bellevue. Taylor Dean crosses the timeline. Bellevue kind of bailed out of it. Playing nice defense on top of her. Now Dean on the wing. Zrust gets in the corner, a jab step and a drive. Jordan muscles her way through, and she's fouled. I think it's going to be on Shelby Little, I think. The referee saw going to be on Delaney instead. And yep, he says it's going to be on Delaney Van Blaricone. So free throws upcoming for Mayville State. And Jordan Rust will toe the free throw line for 2. 77% foul shooter on the season, and she'll connect on the first. Of course, the NSAA Player of the Year, first team all-conference, all-defensive team. Talked with head coach Dennis Hutter before the season started really about her and her game, and I said, you think she's got a chance to be an All-American? And he said, yeah, I do. And visited with him a couple of weeks ago. She goes 2 for 2. And the reason he said yes after the season to date is she's done it in so many different ways. As Terrell elevates, she'll miss it, ball goes out of bounds off of Mayville. But she's done it in so many different ways. You know, she rebounds the ball well. She shoots the free throws well. She's a facilitator. She can go out and score 25, or she can go out and score 6 and just play defense and pass the ball. So she can do it in so many different ways, Jordan Rust. And again, coming into today, needing 66 points to become MSU's all-time leading scorer. Inbounds pass comes, and it's stolen away by the Comets as they lead it by 8, and they're looking for more. It's Rust on the wing to the right-hand side, works it, kind of a dangerous pass. Mertens makes the catch, skip pass, extra one in the corner, near side Mertens. Crossing over, gets a screen from Rust. Bellevue is all over it. Left slot, Trey is up and perfect. Mackenzie Hughes from downtown. Hughes a 35% three-point shooter on the season, and just like that, Bellevue down by 11 again, as this has been a huge third quarter for Mayville State, outscoring Bellevue 23-13. This is Hall from 16, short. Fighting for the rebound is Shelby Little, and Mayville State comes up with a no-no. Foul, I think, is going to be on Mertens. It'll be her second. Fresh bodies in for the Bruins. Aisha Scott, Ashton Arnold back in. Ditto for Faith Ross, Shelby Little, Van Blaricone, and Amina Hall depart. Kayla Rockel was getting set to check in, I think, and now she is in. And we're going to have a whistle and an offensive foul. Or do a timeout. Yep, head coach Dave Denley says a timeout to avoid that 5-second count. So we're going to do likewise, a 30-second break. You're watching and listening to the NSAA Final Four from Watertown. (54-43) your score. I want to correct myself. I said that Mayville was leading Bellevue in this third frame 23-13. It's actually 12-8. I want to get that right. I was looking at the wrong quarter there for the moment. Inbounds pass comes for Ashton Arnold, who will float and score with the right hand, trim the deficit down to 9, and here comes that full court pressure from Bellevue in the backcourt. We'll see if Mayville can handle this. 5 seconds to cross the timeline. Kayla Rockel doubled by Aisha Scott, gave it up for Mackenzie Hughes. Near side, Mertens in the corner, straight away for Hughes, penetrates inside, lost it, loose ball in the lane, and Hughes and Jurek fight for it. Possession arrow is going to favor Mayville State on the held ball. $1:48 left to go in this third. Mayville State with a 9-point advantage and the ball. And right now, if you are the Bruins, you can get this down to about a 4 or 5 point deficit going into the fourth. You feel okay. Driving inside, this is Mertens, gave it up for Dean, slashes through the lane, 2 seconds and 1, throws up a wild shot and somehow got it to fall. Head coach Dave Denley just sulks his head a little bit, and his team played great defense for about 29.5 seconds, and sometimes get bailed out by a really good shot too. Maybe a little bit of luck too. This is Jurek driving on Rockel, lay it up, was partially deflected and out of bounds, should stay on this end of the floor, and it will. Mayville State going to send Jordan Rust off. Aaron Walker back in to give her a rest for the final 1:16 and a final fourth quarter push coming up in just a bit. 14 seconds to shoot as Taylor Dement slaps the Spalding. Hands off for Jurek. Dropped it off inside for Aisha Scott. Lost it, taken away by Mackenzie Hughes. 2-on-2 break, now 1-on-2. Hughes layup, got herself caught too deep, and a loose ball foul as Hughes thought she was fouled. Referees saw otherwise. And head coach Dennis Hutter not too keen on the non-call. 77 seconds left to go in the third. 56-45 your score in favor of Mayville State. Taylor Dement crosses the timeline from right to left, looking for a little bit of help. Works it to that far side, now gets it back. 2-3 zone, less than a minute to go. Dement thought about a three. Has Ross in the corner for Jurek, just kind of lackadaisical with the ball handling. Got it back though. Rifles off a pass that's picked off by Taylor Dean. And they can go 2 for 1 if they hurry here, but they went too quick. Taylor Dement looking for a teammate, and she gets lassoed by Mackenzie Hughes right around the waist. It was a quick move right there by Taylor Dement. She led to the free throw line. I thought she was in the act of shooting, perhaps. Got to have the gum or the candy, and always playing in a long sleeve is Taylor Dement. Inbounds pass comes for Arnold, who will cash in on an 8-foot jumper. It's interesting. You see a lot of those long sleeves with the ladies, not so much on the guys' side. I actually asked some of the gals, why playing in long sleeves? And sometimes they say, sometimes these gyms are cold. It's a comfort thing. Right wing, Walker drives inside, 16 to shoot. They're trying to get one more shot here as head coach Dennis Hutter says, let's slow it down and get one final look. Far side of the floor, Hughes. 5 seconds to go, whistle, and they're going to call a carry. So a turnover for Mayville State. Now the Bruins are going to get 4.1. That's plenty of time for a good quality shot here. But we'll see how much pressure Mayville State brings in the backcourt. They do have a foul to give, as Ashton Arnold will throw in. Miranda Hennings back in as well for Bellevue. 4.1 left. Inbounds pass comes for Dement. 3 seconds. Dement from half court. Good if it goes, and it will go off the bank board. 56-47 your score. The fourth and perhaps final stanza coming up next in 1 minute. You are watching and listening to coverage of the NSAA Final Four from the Watertown Civic Arena.
Hi, my name is Faith Ross. I'm a 5th year. My major is mathematics and education, and I am from Gretna, Nebraska. The person I look up to the most is my father, Sean Ross. When I am not playing basketball, I like to bake. My favorite meal to cook is salmon. If I were a pro wrestler, my name would be for Rizzle. In a zombie apocalypse, the person I want on my team is Aisha Scott and Tay-Tay.
We're back in Watertown, 56-47, your score on the Avera Orthopedic scoreboard as Faith Ross talking to all of us here. Second team all-conference player from Gretna High School there, the Dragons, another multi-sport athlete. You know, some athletes, again, we talk about these pregame superstitions that a lot of these folks have, and she says she's got to get a pregame nap in. I don't know about you guys, but if I were trying to take a nap before a game, I would feel like I would sleep through an alarm or something like that. So I would try to avoid that, but to each their own. And shout out to Faith and her dog back home named Beans. I got a dog named Salty back home, back in the Hub City, so shout out to the Golden Retriever. Hopefully she's doing well here. David Tewksbury on hand for our YouTube stream. Again, continue to hit us up in the chat there. We'll give you shout outs on the broadcast. 56-47. Bellevue down by 9 heading into the fourth quarter. Jurek at the elbow. Finds Aisha Scott. Muscles her way through. Tough shot. No, but a foul is going to be on, I think, Jordan's Rust. Jordan gets her first foul. Aisha Scott to the free throw line. Aisha is going to receive the Spalding here. Try to slash into this deficit. Her first free throw is around and out. Now, Bellevue hasn't shot a lot of free throws here tonight. Matter of fact, just 5 of them. They've missed 3. Mayville State 18 for 21 from the free throw line. Aisha Scott toes the free throw line for the second, and she'll miss them both. And the rebound fought for by Ashton Arnold as well as Aaron Walker, and possession arrow favors Mayville State. Boy, that's a tough play right there by Ashton Arnold. Just trying to save possession for the moment. Good effort by Walker there too. 9:46 to go in the fourth. Mayville +9. Jordan Zrust with another big day here in Watertown. 21 points and 14 boards for another double-double for her. A likely All-American, NSAA Player of the Year. Driving inside is Mertens, goes glass, won't go. Rebound taken by Jurek. Jurek launched the tempo, lost it, got it back. Rifles off a pass for Aisha Scott, and that fastball just a little bit too fast. Aisha could not quite handle it. Kind of had to go away from her body to make the catch. It was a tough catch to make, but turnover for the Bruins. That's their 10th of the ball game. Mayville State with 7 giveaways as well. Got to beat this 5-second count. They do. Doubled in the corner is Jordan Zrust. Spins into that double team by Aisha Scott. Works it near side. Pass is picked off. Hennings gave it right back up for Ross. Step back three-pointer, needs it. Won't go. And Zrust fights for the loose ball and gets it. What a rebound by Jordan Zrust. That is her 15th of the game. And Bellevue brings the pressure in the backcourt, and they commit the foul. Faith Ross, the guilty party this time. Her second. First on the team. 9:04 to go in the fourth. Bellevue, I like the way they're playing this fourth quarter with really solid defense. The winner of this one gets Dakota State tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the NSAA Championship. Dakota State making quick work of Dickinson earlier on this afternoon. Zrust calls for it. Jordan gets it. Top of the wheel against Aisha Scott. Thought about a step back. Kind of a head fake. Penetrates inside. Gave it up for CJ Decker. 5 to shoot. Somebody has to. CJ, top of the wheel. Drives inside. Has Zrust. Baseline jumper. Too strong. And the rebound taken by Miranda Hennings. Here comes Aisha Scott back the other way. And had highway robbery committed on her by Jess Mertens. Now it's CJ Decker fouled by Hennings. You just can't get too lackadaisical. You always got to check that rear view mirror, especially against this Mayville State defense. And a foul committed on Hennings. That'll be her third. Miranda just hasn't really got a whole lot of opportunities to get going in the second half from downtown. 1 for 5 from distance in the first half. She's a really good three-point shooter, but today she's just been a little bit off when given opportunities, but more than capable. Far side, this is Mackenzie Hughes. She'll take a 3 of her own. That's off the heel. Ball back tapped into the hands, though, of Hughes. Good effort there by CJ Decker. Mertens kicks for CJ on the right wing. And 20 seconds to shoot as the shot clock is reset. Post entry, this is Jordan Zrust. Banging down low, floats, won't go. Rebound taken by Bellevue and Laura Jurek. Gotta watch that rear view mirror. There she does. Ross works it backdoor for Arnold. Lay it up and missed it at point blank range. Little contact there, too. Could not quite fall. Both teams off to a slow start here in this fourth quarter. 2 minutes and 15 seconds into it. 56-47. This is Hughes, left slot against Ross. Hands off for Hughes. Make that for Walker, I should say. Mertens straight away for 3. That's a clanker. Everything's missing right now. Arnold back into the front court for Aisha Scott in the paint. Aisha banging down low. Nice spin move. Layup, no, but a foul. And the Mayville State bench, they wanted to travel, but Aisha Scott to the free throw line for 2. And, you know, this is a game plan right now that I like if I'm Bellevue. You know, your three-point shot hasn't really been on today, just 3 of 15. Aisha Scott, her mid-range game has been very solid all day. So continue to work with her. And, you know, she's going to miss some. Everyone misses shots inside, you know, 15 feet from time to time. And Aisha misses the first free throw. But, you know, her game in this first half was really all about mid-range. I think you got to put the ball in the hands of Aisha Scott, and you're gonna live with misses. But again, the straw that kind of stirs the drink. 73% foul shooter on the season, goes 1 for her previous 4 now and splashes home this one. Trim the deficit down to 8 with 7:23 to go. Bounce pass comes for Aaron Walker. For CJ Decker crossing the timeline. She'll peel off to that far side. In the corner, Jordan Zrust. Top of the wheel. Right wing, Mertens. Zrust calling for it. Driving is Hughes. And they're going to call a foul. Ooh, on Faith Ross. I don't know. That's a toughie. I'd like to see this one again. Maybe she reached just a little bit. I think that's exactly what the referee saw. He saw the reach and just a little contact. Yeah, I can see it. It's a tough call, but I think that's not going to be the hill that I'm going to die on, saying that was the worst call in the world. But one that's been whistled. And people back home after the miss right there saying, hey, ball don't lie. One more free throw coming up here for Mackenzie Hughes. 77% foul shooter on the season. She'll splash the second one home. 57-48. Less than 7 minutes to go as Taylor Dement going to run point. She'll play Hennings for Aisha Scott at the free throw line. There's that shot that she's looking for. She's driving instead. They're going to call an offensive foul. Aisha Scott picks up her third. And taking the charge was Walker. Aaron Walker, first team all-conference player with a wily move. Sold it a little bit, and bounce pass comes for Hughes. But good defense. Contact was made to the chest, driving her backwards. This is Mertens. Peeling off for Zrust. One-on-one against Arnold. Spin cycle inside, backs her down. Hands off for Decker from 12. Dancing on the back iron, no. Rebound for Hennings. Deficit is 9. 6:23 to go. Dement penetrating for Jurek. Laura banging down low against Rust. Step through and blocked defensively by Aaron Walker. I thought she'd been better suited to pass that ball out a little bit. Coming back the other way is MSU. Rust, near side wing. Jordan dribbles through the lane. Hands off for Mertens. Jess banging down low against Hennings. Nice step through, layup and in. That's a big basket right there. And great footwork by Mertens to get the shot to fall. And an 11-point advantage for Mayville State as Mertens is starting to cook here a little bit on both ends of the floor. Timeout taken, 5:56 to go. We are back in 30 seconds. Rocking with a little dancing queen here. Little ABBA. ABBA. I've heard it go both ways, but Mayville State, they've got the dancing pants on right now themselves as they are watching their squad with an 11-point advantage with 5:56 to go. Bellevue shooting just 38% for the ball game. Mayville State's actually shooting worse, 36%, but they've got to the free throw line 23 times tonight to Bellevue's eight shots. Dement from 13 needs it. Won't go. Rebound back tapped into the hands of MSU. Now Dement reaches in, fights for the position. Dement goes down, and Zrust fighting for the ball with Dement as Dement just kind of stands over Jordan Zrust. And possession arrow favors, I think, Bellevue. And Taylor Dement, you know, not the tallest. 5'5" from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Jordan Zrust, 6 foot from Buffalo, Minnesota. And Dement, though, saying, give me that ball. She's gritty player. Plays really hard. NSAA all-defensive team. Van Blaricone on the wing. 18 to shoot. Keziah Terrell in the paint. Kicks back outside. Right wing three. Needs it to go. Will not fall. Faith Ross got a good look. They'll try her again. Step back. Right slot. Trey won't go. My goodness. They're just not getting the shots to fall, but Keziah Terrell continues to crash the glass hard. 3 of 17 from downtown is Bellevue. You still got to work it inside, don't you? You're down big, but you've got time. Dement from three-point land. That's a brick. Rebound taken by Jordan's Rust. I mean, they're just kind of chucking up shots. Well, 2 of the 3 shots on that exchange were pretty good looks. That one might have been a little bit of a force. Jordan's Rust, 21 points, 16 rebounds. She has been magnificent here today. Jordan in the corner near side, poked away for the moment, and now we're going to have 2 players go down really hard for that loose ball. And a little bit shaken up is the Comet that went down. I think that was Mertens. Jess Mertens, a little bit shaken up. Now her body got kind of contorted there a little bit. I don't know if there's a yoga pose that you can do to kind of to be limber like that. Good play by her, and she just comes right back, and she'll head to the free throw line for a couple of throws here. 74% on the free throw line for the season for Jess Mertens. Boy, she got contorted. Her first free throw is perfect. That's guts, man. I mean, you just took a shot. Next thing you do, you just pop right back up and you just ice a couple of free throws. That's outstanding. Good on her. 61-48. Little separation right now between Mayville State and Bellevue. And they're just forcing them to shoot the three-point shot. Banging down low is Jurek. Lost it on the way up. Head coach Dave Denley looking for a call there a little bit, I think. Let's see. There's the drive, a little contact. Yeah, she was looking for a foul. He was looking for a foul on Jordan's Rust for the swipe. Might have got away with one there a little bit. Penetrating is Dement. She kind of walked, got away with that. Offensive board though by Jurek. Lay it up, whistle, no, but a foul. Head coach Dennis Hutter, got to be careful. He's right around midcourt right now. I don't think he's upset at the call or non-call, but I think he's just trying to say, hey, I need you to come over here and we're going to figure out our defense. So free throws upcoming here for Laura Jurek. You need both of these to go. NSAA honorable mention, hometown kid from Bellevue West High School. First free throw is no good. The Thunderbirds. Graduate student Laura Jurek. This will be her final year of eligibility. Crowd chanting very, very quickly. That's not a good 10-second count, guys. That's the Mayville State crowd chanting 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not like Giannis is shooting free throws. It's not even close, but tell you what, they get into the game. They get very, very active, very vocal. She'll split a pair. Bellevue down a dozen. Here comes Hughes crossing the timeline against Taylor Dement. 4 minutes and the game clock running. 61-49 to go. Can Mayville State bleed this thing out a little bit? CJ Decker handing off for Aaron Walker. Trying to get a backdoor feed inside, but it's Rust keeping. Backing down her defender. Nice move inside. Going glass with a smooch to everyone back up in Mayville in Comet territory. Jordan's Rust is having just a marvelous day at the office. Van Blercone drives on Rust and she's fouled. Jordan's Rust, of course, averaging a double-double here this season. 19-6, 10-5. It's 19.6 and 10.5. Jordan's Rust has had herself a really, really fine day here today in the Watertown Civic Arena. Foul, by the way, was on Jordan. That was her second. Inbounds pass comes. This is Jurek banging down low. Layup, yes, off the window. That'll trim the deficit down to 12 with 3:31 left to go. 30-second timeout taken by head coach Dave Denley. And we're back in 30 seconds as well on the Watertown Arrows YouTube stream.
For most people, every day isn't about moving and managing money. Most of us have bigger things to tackle, jobs to do. Money shouldn't be the focus of your day. Our job is making sure it stays that way. Questions answered, time saved, confidence restored, and every day improved. First Interstate Bank, built for you.
So surprising. So much fun. So much more to explore. So much to see, hear, smell, taste, enjoy. So pack your bags, grab the kids, tell the dog. There's so much Watertown, so little time.
63-51, Comets up by a dozen. With 3:31 left to go, the Bruins are not going to go quietly. They're going to bring this full court trap. Aisha Scott, nice defense on the near side, but leaking out is Hughes, who lays it up and in with the right hand. Feels like this game has kind of started, and it's coming down to the wire with breakout, bust-out layups by Mackenzie Hughes. She's got 18 points tonight on 6 field goals, and all of them, I believe, have been inside the painted area. Aisha Scott just can't catch a roll. Got a really good look inside, but just missed it. Back comes MSU up by 14, as Mertens is going to be fouled by Ashton Arnold. Ashton kind of reached in there. That's her 4th. Team foul number 5. Bellevue is over the foul limit. And now more free throws upcoming for the Comets of MSU, as Jess Mertens will toe the free throw line. NSAA all defensive team. NSAA honorable mention as well. The Firebird from Devils Lake High School there. 4-sport athlete. Cross country, track and field, volleyball, basketball obviously. A transfer from Crookston there as well. And she nets them both. 67-51 as Mayville State looking for the trifecta over the Bruins here this season. Mayville State beating Bellevue twice earlier on this season. I think during the first game I said that was a season split, but Mayville beating Bellevue twice. Looking for 3. Aisha Scott inside, tough shot off the window. That'll fall for Aisha Scott. That'll trim the deficit down to 14. Now you need a stop and a takeaway. Hughes against Ross. 2 seconds to get into the front court and taken away by Hennings. One-on-one, Miranda Hennings pushes off, lay it up, no, but a foul. Nice wily play by Miranda Hennings. Just a little bit of a push-off to create some separation. Not a lot of it, but just enough to gain that extra about half a step. We'll head to the free throw line with a couple. Hennings first is perfect. One more free throw coming up here for her. We'll talk with head coach Dennis Hutter should Mayville State win. We'll talk with head coach Dave Denley should Bellevue come on back after this one. Hennings makes them both. And Bellevue, a very, very well coached team. 2 really good coaches in this conference. Dave Denley, James Benford. Coach Ice, Coach Benford is. And bounce pass comes for Hughes. 1-on-2, she'll peel off to the wing, far side. You don't have to foul right away, still plenty of time, 2:20 to go, but you have to play straight up and you have to rebound. It's one thing head coach Dennis Hutter talked about at halftime. Mayville State actually down by 5 on the glass, and a 3-pointer is going to be missed, but drawing the foul is Erin Walker, and she kind of drew that one. She kind of kicked her leg out and everything. Might have got a little bit of the hand too, I guess, but Walker kind of drawn that foul. And that's the old Reggie Miller. You kind of kick the leg out there a little bit, draw some contact. It's a wily play by a wily player, and Erin Walker is just that. First team all-conference player for a reason. First free throw no good though. She'll get one more after this next one. 3-shot trip. 85% free throw shooter on the season. Splash home that second one. 12-point advantage, 2:07 to go. And Walker's third is true. Advantage is 2 touchdowns with 2:07 to go. Taylor Dement picks it up, 3/4 court, full head of steam, down Main Street, left it off inside, and laying up and in is Aisha Scott. There's a little bit of contact there too. Aisha Scott has 15 points tonight and 4 boards. Jordan Zruss gets the inbounds pass. CJ Decker got it with an extra step there. And now a handoff for Jordan Zruss. Taylor Dement on top of her, 1-on-1. Good defense by the Bruins. Comets just trying to bleed this clock. Zruss, top of the wheel, straight away. This is CJ Decker on the right-hand side. Drives inside, layup, yes and one. And that might do it. 92 seconds left to go, and we've got our fan vote coming up here for the player of the game. And you're gonna have a lot of good guesses and a lot of good opportunities to vote for some really good players here for Mayville State. By the way, the foul was on Faith Ross. That will be his 5th, or her 5th, pardon me. And she will be done for the day and likely for her career. And she gets a head coach hug there from Coach Dave Denley, and free throw coming up here from CJ Decker is up and good. But great player for a lot of years. Faith Ross is for the Bruins of Bellevue. Free throw is good. Going to have an opportunity to vote for the player of the game. Walker, Rust, Hughes, or Decker. A lot of good guesses there. Driving inside, nice move off the window, but missing in close is Jurek. And rebound taken by Jordan Rust with $1:18 left to go in this contest. 72-57, Mayville State looks like they've got a date with the Trojans. And I think Aisha Scott, she's got a date with an ice bath after that last play. Boy, she might have pulled something there. That was painful. Kind of did the splits there right about midcourt, and she's going to jog it off. And a foul called on Hennings, her fourth. Miranda Hennings playing likely her final game here as well. Bellevue going to have a lot of players graduate after this one, and it'll be interesting to see who this team is next year, talking about Bellevue. They're so well coached. It's hard to believe that 7 years has gone so fast with this program. They joined the NSAA back in 2016, and Coach Dave Denley has done a great job with this team along with Coach Benford. But a lot of these players will be gone next year, graduating, and Jordan Rust cashes in the first free throw. This is the first year that this program has played without Alexis Martinez. I mean, she was with this program for a long time. Had the COVID year of eligibility, had a red shirt, and the second free throw by Rust is a clanker, no good, but this is the first year without Alexis on the sideline. Still does attend a handful of games, though, when they're back at home. Van Blaricone back outside for Mina Hall, and a foul inside. And see whom the guilty party is this time. There you go. There's your fan vote for the player of the game. Text the number code below for the player, the corresponding player, to 37607 for the player of the game. And my vote, I'd go to Jordan Rust. That's who I'd vote for. First free throw is all around the world and down the cylinder for Jillian Friedman from El Camino Fundamental High School there. The Eagles, swimming, volleyball, basketball, another multi-sport athlete. And she'll knock them both down with 61 seconds left to go in this contest. Head coach Dave Denley taking out a lot of his players for a hug and a curtain call and what have you. Kayla Rockel in the game now for the first time in the second half. A right wing tray by Mertens. Splash. 76-59 as Mayville State. They have got a date with the Trojans tomorrow for a big, big matchup for the NSAA tournament crown. Annika Ryerson in for MSU. The Frazee Hornet, Frazee High, cut the tip of her thumb off with a table saw back in the day. And she's out there playing. Hasn't affected her play. Loose ball in the lane, taken away by MSU and Sydney Brecken with 30 seconds left to go. About a 3-second game to shot clock differential there. Continue to get those votes in. Kayla Rockel penetrates, hands off for Helica. Back outside, great ball movement once again. TD, back in the corner for Helica, 13 to shoot. Rockel, right wing, against Little. Nice step through, layup, no, missed it. Rebound taken by Amina Hall. 5 seconds to go. We'll see if they get one more shot off here. Keziah Terrell is just going to hand it to the referee as the time will drain on the Bruins of Bellevue's season. 76-59, your final score on the Watertown Civic Arena scoreboard. And we will visit with head coach Dennis Hutter coming up in just a bit. He's going to get an opportunity to visit with his squad, I would think. But first and foremost, we'll take a break in the action. And I'm going to run down there and see if I can lasso Coach Dennis Hutter. All of that and more is coming up next. It's the NSAA Final Four. Get those fan votes in.
At Premier, it's about doing what's right for our customers, employees, and communities, giving our time and resources to support what matters most. academics and athletics, arts and entertainment, families and economic development. When you have the right people, financial solutions, and a spirit of service, you build one of the nation's strongest financial organizations. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. Investing in you. Member FDIC.
Hi, my name is Laura Jurek. I'm a graduate student. I'm getting my master's degree in business administration. I'm from Bellevue, Nebraska. My favorite college memory is going to California with our basketball team. The person I look up to the most is my mom, Julie Jurek. When I'm not playing basketball, I like to spend time with my nephew. If I could be any animal, I'd be a swordfish. If I could be any superhero, I would be Thor. If I won the lottery, I would travel the world.
At Viterbo University, the college experience is personal. Students enjoy a 4-year graduation guarantee and 99.5% placement after graduation. Visit Viterbo and learn more at viterbo.edu/personal.
So surprising, so much fun on the water, so much more to explore, so much to see, hear, smell, taste, enjoy. So pack your bags, grab the kids, tell the dog. There's so much Watertown, so little time.
For most people, every day isn't about moving and managing money. Most of us have bigger things to tackle, jobs to do. Money shouldn't be the focus of your day. Our job is making sure it stays that way. Questions answered, time saved, confidence restored, and every day improved. First Interstate Bank, built for you.
What drew me to Mayville State was first the football program, so they offered me a football scholarship. And when I went on my visit, I got to talk to a lot of professors as well as students in the education department. And it really just seemed like a family. And that's what made me really want to join Mayville State in the education department. There's a couple things that make me want to be a teacher. So one of them was the teachers that I had in elementary. They were all great role models. Another thing is some students don't really have a positive male role model in their life. So I want to be an elementary education teacher to be a positive role model for young students. I really enjoy all the professors that I've had here at Mayville State because they want to see you succeed and they also know you. They kind of take in consideration what you want to learn. So if I specifically say hey, I want to learn more about how to be a positive role model in the classroom, they will, drop everything and help me out so I can, get a baseline for that. What I would tell a student thinking about Mayville State is that you're not going to find a closer family.
At Waldorf University, we are warriors. On campus and online. In the classroom and on the field. Our work today will power tomorrow, continuing a rich tradition started in 1903. And once you're one of us, you forever are. Waldorf University, we are warriors.
We are broadcasting live following the conclusion of this one as Mayville State takes care of business over the Bruins of Bellevue. David Tewksbury joined alongside by head coach Dennis Hutter. 7-point game at halftime, coach. Second half defensively kind of switched up some things with a 2-3 zone. What kind of worked out?
Well, we talked about playing tight, and we talked about tight was knowing where shooters are, getting out to shooters, defending without fouling, and getting on the glass and rebounding. And we didn't really do the third one really well, but we did the first two really well, and I thought we kind of lost some shooters a little bit in the first half. Hennings hit a couple of threes, but we found them in the second half. I don't have stats in front of me. I don't know how many threes they made in the second half, but we just kind of tightened it up defensively, really did, and took care of the ball for the most part, and obviously we were able to extend the lead a little bit. And you usually do that if you're going to defend the right way, and we fortunately were able to do that.
I'm going to reach for the low-lying fruit because it's easy to. Jordan's Rust. I mean, how good of a player is she? We've been seeing it all year. We talked about it during Saints games this season. An All-American, she's got my vote.
Well, and I appreciate that, and I'm sure she does too. We talked last night, and I just told Jordan flat out, you're not coming out. I'm not taking you out. We've talked about that. Jordan is one of the most competitive kids I've ever had play for us, and she got a little tired there, and I said, you're not coming out. Her and Hughes, I'm like, you're not coming out, because they're both highly, highly competitive young ladies. And so then she settled in, and she still did some things that are kind of made her coach a little bit upset, but ultimately she finds a way to make winning plays. We talk about winning plays so much in our program. She finds a way to make winning plays, getting a D rebound, getting a basket for us somehow. She just makes winning plays, and that's what great players do, and Jordan is definitely a great player in my eyes.
Yeah, there's no question about it. And finally, to kind of wrap things up here a little bit, there was a rock fight a couple weeks ago. It was 49-39 in the fourth quarter with about 6 minutes to go with you and Dakota State. I don't know what to expect tomorrow, but it should be a great matchup.
Yeah, it should be. It's the fourth time we've played as two teams that know each other really well. We exerted a lot of energy tonight. Simply stated, I've been told by everybody that to get to the national tournament and get an at-large bid, we had to win tonight. That was an absolute. So that's why we kind of played kids a little bit more than we normally would have, because I felt like for the national tournament bid tonight was really important. So we'll come out tomorrow. We'll compete. Yeah. We'll compete. It'll be a dogfight. Hopefully we can get down and give them a battle and compete and see who can come out on top.
Coach, appreciate it. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks. Appreciate it, Tukes.
You bet. That's head coach Dennis Hutter joining us here following this contest. Mayville State, they get the win against Bellevue University. We'll take a quick break right now. We'll jump right on back up there to the booth. We'll run down some numbers and wrap things up before the night session starts up tonight. You're watching and listening to the NSAA Final Four on YouTube.
At Premier, it's about doing what's right for our customers, employees, and communities, giving our time and resources to support what matters most: academics and athletics, arts and entertainment, families and economic development. When you have the right people, financial solutions, and a spirit of service, you build one of the nation's strongest financial organizations. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. Investing in you. Member FDIC.
So much fun on the water, so much more to explore, so much to see, hear, smell, taste, enjoy. So pack your bags, grab the kids, tell the dog. There's so much Watertown, so little time.
What does it mean to relentlessly seek what's next? It means creating a culture of never settling. It means building groundbreaking cyber programs and then building them even better. It means reaching beyond Madison, Sioux Falls, and even South Dakota, reshaping our cyber mission for the next 5 years and beyond. Our plan is called the Cyber 27 Initiative, and there are 7 key pillars. First, we'll add more expert faculty at the Beacom College of Computer and Cyber Sciences. We'll double the number of cyber graduates. We'll support South Dakota, the state's premier digital forensics laboratory. We'll build our Sioux Falls Applied Research Lab, then fill it with national contract work and research partners, transforming the Sioux Falls economy. We'll grow our talent pipeline, connecting with economic developers across the state and growing the Governor's Cyber Academy. By 2027, we'll establish ourselves as the top cyber program in the country. This is the Cyber 27 Initiative, and it's not just what's next for DSU. It's the next chapter for cyber everywhere.
It's easy to see yourself here at Valley City State University, where faculty know your name and your dreams, where opportunities stretch as far as your aspirations and your interests drive your college experience. Here you'll find a community that supports you in every aspect of college life, and you'll leave ready to make a difference in the world. See yourself at VCSU. Schedule a tour today.
Back inside the broadcasting booth here from Watertown Civic Arena. Matchup that just went down in the books as the Comets of Mayville State University, they advance to the NSAA championship. Tomorrow they will take on the likes of the Trojans of DSU as I catch my breath up here in the booth. 76-59 your final score. Bruins, they were led by the 15 points from Aisha Scott here today. Also had a couple of dimes, 4 rebounds on 7 of 16 shooting there for Aisha Scott. Ashton Arnold with 10 points and 8 rebounds on 5 of 9 shooting for her. He also had 7 points from Laura Jurek on 3 of 7 shooting. Did have 8 rebounds to boot, 1 helper. It's an assist, by the way. Keziah Terrell, 6 points, all of that in the first half on 2 of 2 shooting for her. 5 points from Miranda Hennings on 1 of 6 shooting. She was 1 for 5 from beyond the curve. You also had 4 points from Faith Ross on 2 of 10 shooting. She was 0 for 5 from downtown here today. Ross did have 4 assists, though. You also had 3 points from Taylor Dement, 4 dimes. Shelby Little with 2 points and 2 rebounds and 1 of 2 shooting for her. 3 boards, check that, 3 points and 5 boards for Delaney Van Blaricone. Amina Hall and Jillian Friedman both played a little bit of time tonight, about 9 combined minutes. Each had 2 points in this one. Bellevue shoots 37% from the field, 24 of 64. Really struggled tonight from downtown, just 3 of 17. And 8 of 14 from the free throw line, 57%. They did out-rebound Mayville State, though, by 6, 41-35. They had 21 assists on 24 made field goals. So I know head coach Dave Denley's crew does not get the result they wanted tonight, but that's a really good ratio if you want to parlay that into next year. 87% of your offense being assisted on. That is pretty impressive. Speaking of impressive, how about the player of the year in the conference? Jordan Rust, 24 points, 17 boards. Did take 19 shots to get there, but really was solid again tonight. 6 of 8 from the free throw line, 2 for 5 from downtown. 18 points from Mackenzie Hughes. A lot of bust-out layups for her. 6 of 15 from the field, 1 for 5 from downtown. Made 5 of her 6 free throws. Also dished out 4 assists and 2 rebounds. Aaron Walker with 14 points, 7 rebounds and a dime. And CJ Decker with 7 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 on offense, 1 on defense. Taylor Dean off the bench, 4 points in about 10 minutes of court time. 9 points from Jess Mertens, 2 dimes, 5 rebounds for her. Had a couple of block shots on defense to boot, and that's the scoring. Kayla Rockel played, Sydney Brecken, Greta Helica, Annika Ryerson, they all played, none of which scored. Mayville State with 12 dimes on 22 made field goals. Again, they got to clean up the glass a bit, though. Got out-rebounded by 6. Did have 10 turnovers to the Bruins' 13. Comets shoot 40% for the ball game. They go 22 of 54, 5 of 20 from downtown, 25%. Shot a lot of free throws tonight, 33 of them, made 27, good for 81%. We were tied 4 times. No lead changes. Mayville State led by as many as 17 in the fourth quarter. That would be the final tally of this one. So, we've got a championship Sunday on tap. Dakota State, the number 1 seed, they will battle the number 2 seed Mayville State for a guaranteed auto bid to the NAIA National Tournament. No question, in my opinion, both of these teams will be going to the national tournament in general. Just depends on who is the guaranteed and who gets the at-large. Should be a really good matchup tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Speaking of matchups, we got 2 more today. Mayville State and VCSU, that'll be coming up at 6 o'clock, also on YouTube here. Then the nightcap, Waldorf, they will battle Dickinson State in the 3 versus 7 pairing at 8 o'clock right here from the Watertown Civic Arena. But until then, on a different YouTube stream, this is David Tewksbury saying ever onward, always forward, and never backward. Once again, your final scores here from Watertown on the first of 2 games here today. The Trojans of Dakota State University, 82, and the Blue Hawks of Dickinson State, 37. And then the Comets of Mayville State, 76, and the Bruins of Bellevue, 59. So long from inside the Watertown Civic Arena. We'll talk to you folks later on tonight in the NSAA Final Four via YouTube.